Hello and welcome to yet another session of my midnight live streams. For the last few weeks, I have been practicing something called a weekend reflection. I try to answer some questions each week, which help me understand how my week was as a whole. Today, I am going to do it here. So I have a list of questions here. I will pick randomly some of the questions and try to answer them as much as I can. And I will also try to answer as many questions as much it is possible for me today. There are more than 100 questions here. So it will be very difficult to cover all of them in one session, but I will try my best to be honest and think about all the questions as much as possible. If you also have some questions, you can send me in my comments and I will try to answer those questions as well. Uh, You will get the gist of the nature of the questions after I start responding to few of these questions. So I will start with the first question. What's going great this week? This week has been very special to me as I finally started taking action on a project that I have been procrastinating for a long time. I started this project last winter, and due to some reason, I felt discouraged after recording the first video. It was a short video, and perhaps I was not ready at that time, and I could not proceed with the project. I have been thinking about this for a very long time. And I believe right now I have processed whatever fears I had, and it is time for me to confront those fears and see if I am able to move past it. These live sessions is aimed for that, so that whatever comes in my mind, I speak here and you receive it completely unfiltered. So far, I have been able to continue this, and I'm very happy that I took the initiative and started speaking. This is like a therapy for me. So I will move on to the next question. What have you accomplished so far? So this is related to the first question only. I The first accomplishment is definitely that I have taken the first step, and this is the fifth day I have been posting on a daily basis. Making a resolution is very easy, but following it needs discipline. And I'm trying to live with this and maintain this discipline so that I do a live stream every day. Right now, I am doing it midnight because I am still afraid that how will people receive me. At this time, there are hardly any people awake. So I am still speaking to myself. I'm not afraid of anyone who is judging me. But once people start interacting with me, I feel that I will be needing more courage and uh, then I will also try to confront my other fears that will I be able to do these sessions sometime in the evening time or some uh, maybe even in the daytime as well. So I will now move on to what are three good things that happen at work. Let me think about it. I'm not too sure about how to pinpoint anything, but for some reason, I have been feeling very positive for the last 1 or 2 weeks. Everything in my work seems to be going seamlessly. I've been able to achieve my targets very easily. So, pinpointing three good things will be difficult, but as a whole, I am feeling very good. I'll try to move on to the next question. What are you grateful for today? We think today there was a meeting and something really funny happened. As I was going to the meeting, I booked a Rapido, and for strange reasons, the Rapido uh, rider asked my age. I was perplexed by this question, but before I could answer, he asked me if my age is 60 years. This made me smile, but also at that time, I felt that it was a humbling moment that due to some reason, perhaps there was something in my body language that suggested that I am very old. When people in my family tell me that I look older than my age, I always used to shrug. I felt that it's their love that they keep on telling me. But it made me think on what could be the reason that made him think that I am 60 years old. And this moment of reflection actually was very enlightening also. And I really feel grateful that I could see a different perspective. And I feel that I need to take care of myself so that I do not give a wrong impression to someone. So I'm really grateful about that small important incident. Now I'll move on to the next question. But before I move on to the next question, if you are watching this, you can also uh, share your feedback in the comments. And if I am not understanding the questions well, you can also let me know about that as well, so that I can also go back and try to respond it in a different way as well. The next question is, what are you feeling really good about? As I said in the previous question, that it is very difficult for me that what is making me feel good, but I feel that there is something positive happening right now with me. I'm feeling good about it. And rather than trying to focus on the and on the source of this positiveness, I'm right now only enjoying that moment. And I feel that a deep dive might make this moment less valuable. So now, next question is a very important part. What do you want to accomplish in this session? It's not just any session, it's just the self reflection that I am doing in this session. And when I am doing this self reflection, I'm actually trying to search something that is hidden deep inside my mind. I'm not aware of it right now. As I'm speaking, maybe something will pop up and help me discover my inner strength. So I want to accomplish that inner strength and use it something for a greater purpose. Now I'll move on to the next question. How will you measure your success? Success for me is not into something achieving some big goals. Success for me is finding peace that I can find in anything in day to day experiences. I might find peace by speaking to a child. I might find peace in speaking about something that is hurting me inside for a long time, but I am not able to speak about because I have been afraid that someone else might get hurt. Or at the end of the day, when I go to sleep, I sleep with the satisfaction that everything went well on this on day, and I hope that the next day will be better. And the sense of moving forward each day is a success to me as well. However, if I have to matriculate success by various parameters, I will also add in various ways how I feel secure. It can be something intangible like an emotional security that I receive from my family and close friends, or something very tangible like financial security. Because for me, financial security is very important. I don't want to get stressed about financial matters or thinking about unforeseen events because of financial constraints. So, financial security is one measure, and I feel that I should have a sufficient buffer in my mm, financial sphere that even if something wrong happens that might need a financial mm, how do I put it? That might need is financial support. I need. I I'm assured that I have that support. So that is one measure of success. I don't know how much money is enough to feel that support, but uh, it should be enough that I feel secure. Now, the next question is, what makes this goal important to you? Well, for emotional security, I invest a lot of time with people to and so that I feel secure. And for financial security, I try to maintain a discipline so that I save even a tiny amount regularly, and it makes it has been very uh, even that I try to maintain a discipline so that I save something for the rainy days regularly. So maintaining this discipline is very much important for me. And I'm struggling to answer this question because in the back of my mind, I feel that I have answered this question in the previous question only. And I'm not able to think of anything new for this question. So, pardon me if you feel that I'm rambling in this question. Which of your personal values will be expressed by achieving this goal? Okay, I think now I am making sense of the previous questions as I am. So let me be very clear to you that I don't have a set goal in life because previously when I set goals, it stressed me out a lot because when I set a goal and I'm not able to achieve that goal, it makes me um, think about the failure more than the successes that I have had during the journey. I don't want to get stressed. So I don't have a long term goal as such right now. Uh, Right now, I only have this one goal that I will live one day at a time and try to tick everything in my checklist on that day. So, my goal right now is to maintain a discipline. Please remember that discipline is the key word I am trying to focus right now. I try to maintain a discipline, and it is this discipline that will make me reach somewhere that right now I might not be able to think of if I set a goal. I want to discover something as I take this journey, and my journey will let me discover things in this path that I am taking. Now I'll move on to the next question. What other reasons might there be that you haven't explored yet? I believe that one of the biggest impediments of my journey is that procrastination. And I'm trying to get rid of procrastination and stop blaming myself, situations, and other people for not being able to. I'm trying to reduce all dependencies that I blame, on. But the real reason is procrastination that is not making me do it. It's not the dependencies that is not letting me do it. I can achieve something on my own as well. And as I keep moving, I'm sure others will also join me in my journey. And I will achieve what I want to do in my life. Are you ready to make this change, or do you need to talk about it more? I think I'm pretty much ready at this point of time. And I am feeling this after a very long time. There was a point of time when I used to be doing something or the other without any nudge or motivation. It was going on an auto mode, but for some reason I stopped. I don't know what happened. I have never thought about it as well, and but somewhere down line I stopped. And right now I feel that I'm back on that state of mind where I will be able to take this journey again and keep on moving ahead. Just like I am walking from point A to point B, and even though point B is not visible, I keep on walking without thinking that I should take step one, step two, step three, and so forth. it just happens in its own. I feel right now that I can keep on moving. Now, the next question is very interesting. What would happen if you improve this by just 5%? I've never thought about this, but I think that consistency will help me improve day by day. And I will be able to speak about it only after I reach a certain milestone, which I'm not aware of right now. And when I look back, then only I can answer this question. Now I'll move on to the next question. What other benefits are there to accomplishing this? There are many benefits in accomplishing this apart from the discipline. That is, when I keep on speaking on a daily basis, I'll be expressing myself. And when I express myself, I will feel lighter, and there will be a certain kind of inner peace within me. And as I am speaking more and more, new ideas will also keep popping up in my mind, and there will be clarity in my thoughts. And when I am able to speak what is inside my mind and then write it in paper, the result will be a, a, something very awesome. Next question is, what's been stopping you so far? I have already answered this question, so I will skip it. How have you been stopping yourself so far? This is something really. So this question is making me think really hard. I think I had a misconception about what I believe that uh, I have been behaving, but I always thought that mm, I did not care about what others think of me, and I am able to do what I want. But deep inside, I think too much about people, and this makes me vulnerable. And I have been afraid of expressing what I really want to do. So I have been suppressing what I want to do for a very long time. It's more than 2 decades. I have been suppressing various ideas, and every time the excuse has been different. But last year, one of my friends, his name is Prathamesh Kisan, he shared something very important, that what he calls permissionless creation. So we are too much worried about what society expects from us, and subconsciously our mind is conditioned to think about everyone, and we fail to achieve that, and that we should take the approach of permissionless uh, creation, and not think about how does society wants us to think. And it applies to the various algorithms in social media as well. They want us to do certain things to, and this builds a stress inside us to do something to serve the algorithms, or not do something that goes against the algorithms. Similarly, in society as well, there it is like algorithms only. We try to follow what the algorithm wants to do, and that thought really unlocked something inside me, and I have been trying to create something. Every now and then there might be consistency or no consistency. It did not bother. And right now, I think that I am in that state of mind where I can build consistency as well. So it's that passing that hurdle of that conditioning inside my mind that was, and that was not making me create. Yeah. Oh, the next question is again, what's the quickest and easiest to eliminate the issues? I don't think there is any quick solution or easy solution to that. You have to really push yourself hard. And external factors matter only by chance. Like I mentioned, my friends, uh, Prathamesh Krisang's conversation about permissionless creations. It really sparked. I was lucky that I came across that thought. Otherwise, no amount of motivation, no amount of uh, external factors would have helped me cross that hurdle. How would you eliminate some of the drawbacks to changing? I don't think that changing will have some drawbacks. Right now, I'm in the transition, so there is some drawback, like I'm speaking at a very odd hour. So this is the transition period. So moving this live sessions into some uh, some time, that is when I am more conscious about the surroundings in my, uh, that will be the real challenge. And when I am able to do that, I think that will be an ideal situation. Now I am coming to the next question. What preparations do you need to make before you start this work? I think I have already started this project, and hmm, it took me years of internal mental exercise to unlearn what was in my mind and relearn it and then unlearn it again and then come up with something that is productive. So that was my preparation, and I will give you what I meant by unlearn, relearn, then unlearn and relearn. So I had a thought process at one point of time because there were no challenges till that point time. Everything was going smoothly. But when I faced a challenge, I was capable of handling that situation. It took me some time to adjust that situation. Okay. I think I'm very vague about the situation, so I'll be explicit about this. So there was a time when I was completely numb about feeling any emotion. I could not feel happiness. I could not feel sadness. I could not feel pain. I could not feel any kind of emotion except the frustration of not being able to feel. I never encountered that kind of feeling. And I did not know what to do. I struggled really hard, and that made me push myself and think about various ways. So the first thing I did was what are the things that made me emotional before that. So I tried everything, but things were not the same as before. So things that evoke emotions were not evoking emotions any. So I tried something really different. I tried watching movies that could spark emotion. And after watching movies again and again, I could feel that I some emotions that I could relate to, even if the movie was not great. I started feeling emotional, but in real life, I was not feeling any emotion. So that is the learning that I. But since I was not feeling the emotions in real life, when something happened, I so again I unlearned. I tried to interact with different people again, because during that time I closed myself to protect myself, and I was not speaking to anyone else. And except one person, no one knew about. So I reached out to different people and selectively shared different issues. And everyone helped me at that moment. And I again started feeling. It took me another 4 to 5 years to again get back to what I was before, and I started feeling those emotions again. So I don't call it a very tough time at that moment, but it was part of a journey of a life. We see everything. Sometimes we have our highs, sometimes we have our lows. And those was that was a low phase of my life, and right now I am trying to discover myself again by trying something new again after identifying many of the fears that I had, and I'm trying to confront those fears. Now I'll move on to the next question. Which of your strengths can help you here? I don't know what to say, but there is something that I want to share here is my patience level to get results, no matter how much time it takes, have helped me a lot. At no point of my life I lost hope. I always felt that if I move even a tiny bit in my life, I can achieve what I am trying to achieve. So patience is something that has really helped me, and I believe that until I am alive, there is hope with me. So, what will you tell yourself as you take steps towards this goal? I'll only say, keep moving, show up every day, no matter what happens in life, in good days, in bad days. Show up. What else can acknowledge you for your efforts? I don't know. Maybe once I start building a community about people who share the same mindset, it will kind of acknowledge my efforts towards this. I will now move on on a scale of 1 to 10. How committed are you to your success? I cannot say that right now because I have just started in this journey. I don't know how much I will be able to do it, but right now I am taking one day at a time. How hard are you willing to work on this? I'm not willing to uh, say this now because I don't know how much hard work will it needed. Uh, but I can say that it's not about hard work because sometimes it is just 5 to 10 minutes that I'll be speaking, and sometimes I'll be speaking for 1 or 2 hours, or maybe longer than that. What obstacles could you encounter, and how can you overcome them? I don't know actually because mm, there might be times when I won't be able to do this. I might lose my streak here, but if I lose the streak, I will probably start again. But that time, I will start from where I left, not from the beginning, but where I left. That will be a good thing about it. If everything goes as well as it possibly could, and you are on your best, what will that be like? I'll be happy. That's the simple question. What strategies will help you focus on what you want is what you don't want? Since I have only started this, so right now I am not focusing on any strategy, but to consistently speak what's already going on. I think I'm able to speak continuously for a long time without being afraid of anything, without getting tired. And right now I'm feeling very positive that it will result in something good. A very long question. It's a 4 page questionnaire. So, okay, I'm picking one last question right now because it's very late right now. It's already 2:30 at this time, and we'll just let me see. What clarity do you still need? I think right now I am not clear about what I want to achieve. I'm just moving with the flow, but maintaining this will be very difficult after a certain point of time. It is not sustainable to move without clarity of what I am trying to achieve. So I have to find that purpose. And I believe that once I find it, I will be able to speak on with greater focus, and maybe I will be able to achieve that as well. And right now, there is some kind of restlessness because I don't know what is that purpose. I think in the course of time, I will be able to think with a calm head and achieve that state of mind, and I will be able to pinpoint a few things that I am really looking for, and I will be I'm really struggling to answer this question as well, because right now I don't have a clarity, and I hope that I find a purpose very soon, and please pray for that I find that purpose with greater clarity, and I I will be able to find happiness as well. So with this note, I would like to end today's session. Please like this if you and if you want to receive updates about my new live sessions also, please subscribe to me as well. So thank you and good night.